Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Money isn't a math problem, it's a psychology problem, and psychology is like my favorite thing to talk about. You could hand two people the same amount of money, the same opportunity, and these two people will come out with different outcomes. One person may be stuck in living paycheck to paycheck while the other actually takes it and builds something with it. This is all mindset because the difference isn't about money, it's what's in their head. Today, I want to break down what actually happens with money and the relationship with psychology. Because once you see these patterns, it's really hard to unsee them. And once you learn these things, it's really hard to fall back into the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. So let's stick around. Let's find out. Let's learn a bit of psychology. So, just like most things that we learn that are in our brain and in our body and our soul, same thing with money. We learned these things in our childhood, growing up, seeing the way money worked in our household. And these are called money scripts. They're unconscious rules that you inherit when you're just a tiny child. For example, how many times did you hear money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people are greedy, or we can't afford that? Those are all things that went into your brain, stayed in your brain, and now they have developed and formed who you are today. You didn't choose these beliefs, you literally absorbed them, which is why unlearning them, it might be a little bit of a challenge, but that's okay. Here's a wild fact from behavioral economics. Losing $100 feels almost twice as painful as gaining $100 feels good. This is called loss aversion and explains so much irrational money behavior. It's why most people stay in jobs they don't like. It's why some people don't invest in anything, why they don't invest in stocks or mutual funds or crypto, because losing that money feels so much worse than actually gaining. It's also why some people cling to bad investments and they refuse to sell or to give up in hopes that they think that it'll be better one day or it'll get better. Our brains are wired to protect us, whether it's about something that's truthful or something that's totally dishonest. Our brains are there to always protect us from totally irrational things. And our brains also protect us in a sense that we create like self-fulfilling prophecies. For example, if I believe that I'm not worthy or it's not possible for me to make money, I'll forever be stuck in that role. And it's almost like imposter syndrome, or it is imposter syndrome in a way. And if I believe that, no, I can do this, I can make money, I can maximize my profits or whatever, this self-fulfilling prophecy will come true. It will happen. That's why a lot of videos you'll see, or a lot of influencers will say, like, you need to pretend that you already have money. You need to pretend that you already have a huge following. There's also the saying, like, fake it until you make it. That's one I heard so much growing up in life, and that's something that I really continue to strive for. Fake it until you make it. So for those who believe that they're worthy, or they believe that they're going to make money, or the money is going to come into them and they really believe this, they will succeed. You will succeed because you have this self-fulfilling prophecy that it's just going to happen. And for that, and for those people who do that, not only with money, but for a lot of things in life, whether it's sports, races, just, I don't know, staying at home, having kids, like, your life is what you make it. And if you believe in something so much that all of your negative thoughts turn into this one thing that you're so hyper focused on, it'll happen. Okay, another huge thing about money, making money, and just overall money is social pressure and comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. A lot of people spend money, and it's not even for themselves particularly, but it's to show and to signal to other people what we have, to give off for appearances. And a majority of spending is for that. If you really think about it, how much did you spend on your car so other people think you look a certain way, or your clothes or your shoes or your watch, like how much of it is for you and how much of it is for other people? And did you really need to spend it for other people? I mean, if we get really deep here, does that mean like you're spending money for other people? Am I spending money for other people? Or are we here for ourselves? I don't know. And social media does this awful thing of like making this like 100 times like worse because we are constantly comparing, like, I don't know how many hours you spend on your phone, but a lot of hours on your phone, comparing yourself to others and what they have and what we don't have. And comparison quietly drives decisions that we wouldn't normally make. And it can deteriorate our what we actually value in ourselves and in others, and also in things that we buy. Okay, so here's a question worth sitting for. How much, like money wise, do you think, or percentage wise, do you think that you spend for other people so you look good? Whether that's Botox or coloring your hair or painting your nails. What percentage do you think is really for yourself, and what percentage do you think is to make it so other people like you or so you fit in with a group or society or a class? What percentage do you think you do this for and do for yourself? And my second question is, what do you think that you took from your own childhood that still affects you today, and how does that affect your life? How does it affect your spending and your savings? Drop it in the comments because I'm genuinely curious about this stuff because I just love psychology. Okay, if you take anything from the video, let it just be this, okay? Money behavior, money patterns, money spending is rarely about money itself, but decisions that we make and the story running underneath it. Go back to my 2 questions that I just gave you. I feel like those are so crucial. Self-reflection is important. It deepens your understanding. The second thing that would be awesome for you to take away is I linked the book down below, but it's called Happy Sexy Millionaire, and it is such a fabulous book, and I really recommend it. This book, and then there's another book that I can't remember the name right now, but these 2 books are the best books I've ever read in my life, and they're so powerful and moving, and I really recommend them if you like need more positive encouragement about saving and money, just because they really made me self-reflect, and I think everybody should read this book, Happy Sexy Millionaire. So I linked it down below if you're interested. So what can you do after watching this video? I'm gonna give you 3 things that you can do, okay? Notice, like, figure out like what happened in your childhood that makes you do what you do now, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, separate money from your identity, okay? This was my second question of just like how much do you spend for yourself and how much do you spend for others? And the third thing, which I think is most crucial, is like just your self-talk and making money your future. Like, you want money in the future, then like let's do this self prophecy of like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna be a millionaire. Like, and we can't just say that. We can't just say that, okay? Like, we can't just say, yeah, I'm gonna be a millionaire and then sit there and do nothing. No, 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 no. We have to like do it. Like, go out there every day with the intention of no, 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 I'm gonna be a millionaire, because that's your self-fulfilling prophecy. Capito? Do you understand? Comprendo. At the end of the day, money is one of the most emotional things that we deal with on a daily basis. Even though we like to pretend that it's like super logical or straightforward or it makes sense, it's complicated. And understanding the psychology behind it can help you even more. It can help you save more, it can help you do better in life, and it makes you be honest with yourself, which I think is so important. Okay, guys, if this got you thinking, let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao!